So iRacing have released the new rescan of Spa, and there are a lot of changes to the track that you need to be aware of if you're going to execute that perfect lap. So by the end of this video, I'm going to show you all of the changes that they've made between the old and the new layout of Spa, what to avoid, and where you can gain back some lap time on this historic track. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video, and then I do have a full lap rundown for you in the new M4 BMW as well. So let's get straight into it. All right, so the first thing you're gonna notice is on the exit of La Source. You can see there's AstroTurf straight ahead now, and that is because they have introduced the gravel trap at the end there, so a safety requirement that has been introduced to the track, which also means on the exit of La Source, if there are instances where you are going to need to push wide there because of an early crash during a race, you are going to get stuck in a gravel trap instead, so not a lot of runoff room there anymore. As you head into En Rouge and Resilient, of course, there has been changes to the runoff area of this part of the track, but no real changes to the way you're going to enter or exit that segment of the circuit. We make the run up the Kemmel Straight now, and as always, if you are watching, do consider subscribing and liking the video. It would help us out immensely. So into Le Combe here, and again, mainly changes to the internal structure of the corner. So instead of that grate that you can see, there's bitumen on the inside that you'll be able to use to get a better turn in and exit from the corner. And speaking of exits, do use the AstroTurf on the exit there. That has disappeared as well. So you're gonna have to narrow your line in your run there on the way down to Bruxelles, where again, not a lot of change, a little bit here on the exit. You can see they've introduced the bitumen there, which is part of the update to the track. But on the right-hand side, as you head into No Name, there is changes. So you can see there the inside, you're gonna have to stay clear of that corner, and you can't run as wide here on the exit of the corner either, with a gravel trap introduced there. So that's a big change for a lot of drivers who use that AstroTurf almost exclusively. As you head down through Purwan here, really no changes, only the updates to the curbing and the road surface, a little bit of change on the inside there, but nothing that you're going to be able to use to your advantage or disadvantage. As we head through Camu here, again, internal changes on the corner. There's a little bit of an update here where you can see that they've taken away that grate on the inside, and there's a small section of AstroTurf, but the exit here is the big one. You can see there, normally use that right out wide to the right-hand side. You can't do that anymore. You've got to narrow your line a little bit there to make sure you make it through. And again, it's the same issue here where they've removed that AstroTurf and narrowed the exit a lot. So the track does drive a lot narrower than it used to, and purely because of the changes to the runoff areas where they've introduced gravel, where there might have been bitumen before, or where they've narrowed those segments or sections that sit behind the ripple strip for you. One advantage we have got here as you head down into Blanchimont is they have widened the bitumen there, and you can use that to open up the entry to the corner and carry more speed through there, which will help with your lap times where you're going to get penalized for the remainder of the track. In the last chicane, that inside curve there, you can see they've bolstered that completely, so you do not want to hit that. You never wanted to hit it before, but it's going to be even worse now. But the best thing that they've done is on the exit, that AstroTurf is gone, where you'd often lose traction, and you head straight ahead on bitumen instead. So here we go. This is a lap of the new Spa circuit in the M4 GT4 BMW that's been introduced onto iRacing. I hope you enjoy. So there you have it. There's lots of differences between the old spa layout and the new spa layout that you need to be aware of. And there's going to be some changes that you're going to have to make to your driving around this historic circuit if you're going to maximize your lap time, particularly changes in terms of the usage of a full track width, and some changes as well in the way that you'll enter and exit the corners. So make sure you get some practice in. Make sure you're using this week 13 practice to get some knowledge of that track. I think it's available in both the Porsche and the GT3, GT4 in alternating days over the balance of week 13. Let us know what you think about the differences in the circuit. I think it actually does make an improvement overall. There's sort of less runoff areas at some of the tracks, some of the spots on the track than I would like to see, particularly when you're in congested grids. But I think overall, obviously, any closer to the real thing is always better, and I'm looking forward to trying the alternate layout as well. As always, thanks for joining me on this video. I hope you've got some value out of it, and if you have, if you can hit that subscribe button for us. Again, I know over 70% of you who do watch the videos that I produce aren't subscribed to the channel, so I'd really appreciate your support. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything other than that one click of the mouse, so if you could consider subscribing, that would be fantastic. And with so much going on in the sim racing world, we have lots of more content coming out for you over the next couple of weeks, including a delve into Race Room. And I've decided to take on ACC as well. So I've got some content coming up for you on those platforms. So as always, stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you again. And as always, happy racing.